actually, this is as real as it gets.
The number you have reached, 911, has been changed to a non-published number.
You're listening to UCW Radio. In your face.
Welcome to the UCW Radio Show. This is your host, Louis Velazquez, and today we have a special guest on the show. She's a feature performer. She's a hustler model. She's Crystal Rayne, and she's going to be with us in just a little bit and talk about her life and what she has going on from her features, from a modeling career, from other things that she has going on. But before we bring her on the show, I want to talk about health care. We have the Health Care Reform Act bill that's actually going to be passed, or is being passed, or will be passed. It's going to wind up going through. But as opposed to me just, throwing my words out there, let me tell you a couple of facts. Medical underwriting will be taking a back seat. They'll be taking, actually, a long walk up a short pier at the end. The bill is going to prevent insurance companies from setting the premiums based on the medical history of the individual. So, they can't go and give you all the questions. I guess the bill's going to wind up blocking those crazy questions that the insurance companies ask because they're trying to avoid them, differentiating someone that lives a healthy style to someone that does not. And so that's what's going to wind up happening. It's going to make us all look similar. Whether you're healthy or not, everyone's going to be on an even playing field. So the reality is, if you're healthy, you take care of yourself, you have no major medical issues, you're going to be paying the same amount as someone that has a reckless lifestyle and that has major medical issues and so on and so forth. So the cost is going to be pretty much standard. And that does reduce what those that have actually the insurance companies, they have done this for those that do live a healthy lifestyle. They've given them breaks. Right now, with this going into effect, there are no incentives from the insurance companies to those that take care of themselves. So that's it. C'est la vie. Maybe Congress is going to wind up, actually not maybe, they did. They're forcing fast food chains to put the nutrition information of their various products, so you know what's going on. The reality is, all that stuff's going to be in plain view. The reality is that, that's not going to really stop people from eating, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, In-N-Out Burger, all that stuff. Look, what the government needs to understand is that you have poor areas that really, don't have the money to eat healthy, as crazy as that sounds. But, it's cheaper to go to the dollar menu at McDonald's and have a meal, put something in your belly, as opposed to buying a healthy sandwich for $5, $6, $7. So $1 versus $5 to $6, $7 is a big difference. And here's the kicker. Let's say you don't have insurance, you're struggling, you're a small business, and you can't afford insurance for your employees. Guess what? You are going to get tagged. Okay, the government is going to make sure that you're going to pay the price. As an individual, you can pay upwards of $750. Actually, get a penalty of upwards of $750 when you go do your taxes. For a small business or any business that has that, doesn't have insurance for their employees, guess what? You're talking about several $1,000s. From what I heard, it can be upwards of, 2, 3, 5, even 10 grand. Okay, and right now we're in a struggling economy, so that I see something wrong with that. Okay, but what I do know is that the people that will benefit, the companies that will benefit, are your insurance companies, because now if this is broad-based, if you're a U.S. citizen and you have to have insurance, and that's the way it is, either you have insurance or you're going to get penalized when you do your taxes, so the insurance companies are going to get more people signing on. Now you have the pharmaceutical companies. More people have insurance. More people are going to be going to the doctor. More people are going to be buying medication. Period. The end. There you go. The two industries that would make a good investment. Now, before we bring Crystal Rayne on the show, let me take a quick break, play a little tune, and we'll be right back with Crystal Rayne.
Mic check, 1, 2, big poser coming to you faking it ever. Got no more games since I got with the juice. No cruising with my friends, they cut me loose. Now my coach is hating, parents keep berating. Good thing my team's still behind me saying, hey yo, what happened to my teammates, man? Yo, where y'all at, man? Come on, man, I thought we were family.
Don't be a poser. Hear more at don'tbeanasterisk.com. Brought to you by Ad Council and the U.S. Olympic Committee.
The Sierra Crew Cab doesn't just offer more horsepower, more towing, more payload, and more torque than Ram or Tundra. Sierra offers a locking rear differential, which locks when Ram and Tundra's limited slip slips. Never send a truck to do a Sierra's job. The 2010 GMC Sierra. May the best truck win.
Trusted, it's true what they say. I can't be trusted, so I'm just gonna go ahead and be frank. Hang up the phone now, go ahead and run away. 'Cause I can't be trusted, not even on my best day. And it is all my fault, we want two different lives. It is all my fault, I should have gone ahead and lived a life. And you're just a victim, oh, I did this to you. And it is all my fault, I deserve to hurt too. I can't be trusted, no, 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 no. I can't be trusted, no, 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 no. I'm just the bad guy, just too good. Oh, I'm just the bad guy. Oh, I never understood what it was that you gave me and all the things you would if you could. 'Cause I'm just the bad guy. Oh, and you're just too good. Oh, I can't be trusted. No, 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 no. I can't be trusted. No, 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 no. I can't be trusted, no, no, no. I can't be trusted, no, no. You still wanna work it out. You think you got me figured out. Wanna be with me throughout all time. How soon we forget. I can't be trusted, no, 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 no. I can't be trusted, no, no. I can't be trusted, no, 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 no. I can't be trusted. No, 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 no. I can't be trusted.
Trillions in new debt, bailouts, government-run healthcare, and Chris Dodd right in the middle of it all. I'm Linda McMahon. I'm running for the U.S. Senate so the people of Connecticut can have their own voice in the Senate again. Banks and special interests had their say for years. Now, it's our turn. I'm Linda McMahon, and I approve this message because it's time for something different.
Hey guys, this is Tina Sugun. You're listening to the UCW radio show with Lou in your face.
All right, we're back, and I want to let everyone know that the latest issue of the UCW magazine is now available online, is out, and features this month include the Women of Weapon, from Seinfeld and Smallville fame, Phil Morris, martial arts leader Alan Goldberg, the very first natural Mr. Olympia, John Hansen, singer Tina Sagan, she's a recording artist, a pro bodybuilder Eric Broza, recording artist Alex Calise and Tara London, Playboy cover model Lana Taylor, and our guest in about a minute, hustler model Crystal Rayne, and also a pictorial by pro photographer Raymond Wheel. You can go view that at ucwmagazine.com. That's ucwmagazine.com or www.ucwmagazine.com, whatever works. And now, without further ado, let me bring on the entertainer, the hustler model, the lovely Crystal Rayne. She's on hold, and let's introduce her to our listeners. Okay, we're here with hustler model, featured performer Crystal Rayne. Crystal, welcome to the UCW radio show.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, well, we appreciate you we appreciate you coming on the show, because I know, without a doubt, this is going to be an interesting interview.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Well, Crystal,
oh, yeah.
You know, you're a featured performer. You pose for Hustler, and I mean, this is what you do. But obviously, everything starts somewhere. If you don't mind, can we just crank back a little bit when you were younger? I know that you're an athletic type of person, and I know you were involved in athletics when you were younger. Can you tell us about your athletic endeavors?
Yes. Actually, when I was younger, I played a lot of basketball. I think basketball was my first sport that I ever played when I was a kid.
Okay.
And I still love it to this day. It's very fun. Then I played, softball, which I was very good at too. But basketball, I was more of a guard, because I was very aggressive. My father always, taught me to be very aggressive, and my family, let's just put it this way, is very competitive.
Okay.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah. And for basically baseball, or softball, I'm sorry, Lord. Softball, I ended up hitting 13 home runs every year in elementary school. And I tried breaking 14, but it never happened.
But it's still never too late. Doesn't have to be in school. You can still do it.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Women's softball. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
And then in high school, I stopped with the basketball, and I stopped with the softball, and I went more towards cross-country and track and field, where I actually was the only ninth grader female runner to become a varsity letterman. And I always came in first and second for the team. Yeah. And I got a $50,000 scholarship to UMass in Massachusetts from it.
Okay, so let's get this straight. Okay, you're athletic. You got a scholarship for athletics, and then you, I guess, at some point you got involved in the entertainment industry.
Yes, I did.
Okay, tell us how that happened. I want to know.
Not on purpose, though.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it kind of came unexpectedly, but you know how that works. But
things happen.
Yeah, they sure do. Basically, I was 16. I'm not going to say what club, I started at, because you're not supposed to when you're 16.
Right.
Because you're underage. But I started when I was 16. But I walked into a club with my girlfriends, and I was curious to what it was, and they're trying to show me around the club, and I just got hired. They said, "You're hot. Do you want to work?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't really know what to do." And I didn't have the clothes at the time, so I just got hired when I was 16, and I just got from there.
Oh, did they know you were 16 when you did it?
What's that?
Did they know you were 16 at the time?
They did. They just said as long as I don't drink, I'm good.
Oh, wow.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so then now you that's where everything started. And did you enjoy it as soon as you started dancing?
Well, no, not really, because when I started that young, it was a fully nude club. So I was very shy.
Okay.
And the girls really had to edge me on to going on stage. I actually had to start going on stage with another girl just to comfort me, because I was, at that age, and I was very, I don't know, shy with my body. I wasn't used to showing it, so, it's kind of a really new thing to me, so.
I would think it's you're not used to it.
Yeah, oh yeah. So, yeah, at first it wasn't the greatest, but, I got through it.
Yeah, look at you now.
So, yeah.
So you were dancing with one of the girls there. She gave you comfort. You were doing your thing, and then and did it get easier from there?
Yeah, it eventually got a lot easier as I grew up more and I matured a lot more. I started getting used to it, and I was getting used to the fact that guys were watching me, and I started getting more comfortable. I started flirting more, and I was like, hey, this is not so bad. So I like the, one-on-one attention on stage. I love performing and, being the center of attention, basically.
Yeah, well, you're going to get the attention, no doubt about it.
Right.
So you didn't have, like some women that get involved in dancing, there's certain moves. I guess every guy at some point in time has been to a stripper.
A club, yeah.
And some of these girls, they're talented. They with the dancing and everything. Did you just find this like just a natural thing that you were able to, work the pole and do things like that?
Yeah, I actually did find it natural because I played a lot of sports in high school, like I said, so I have that strength. I used to, lift weights when, I ran track and field cross country because you had to actually do a shot put and stuff, so I had to have some kind of muscles. But when you're dancing, I'm the type, I like to try new things, and, I'm a very tough person, like, I'm not really scared of anything, so, it helps because when you're doing pole work, you can't be scared at all or you're going to mess up and fall and really hurt yourself.
Yeah.
So you have to be very confident, and, it did come all natural to me, and it took a few years to learn a few tricks because you can't just get up there and be like, hey, I can do this. You need to use a lot of your upper strength and legs, so it took a while to build that.
Well, I think it becomes kind of, it can become artistic, I guess, because now, when you look at stripping right now, dancing, they are actually teaching this in health clubs where you can get into great shape doing this.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, but if you look, you go to a club. Some of these girls, they walk around the pole. They don't do too much, but that's not you. You get into
it. Yeah, I've been dancing since I was 3. I've always had a rhythm for music. I love music. I sang, too. I was a singer, too, and I write my own songs. So I've always been, like, a performance, person. Because, I grew up singing in front of people and dancing talent shows when I was in school. So I like the attention. But not just that, I think, if, men come to a club, they don't want to be bored. They're there to enjoy and have fun with their time that, they're spending, whichever state it's in or wherever they're, golfers, doing a tournament or something. They want to go to a club and have fun, sit down, know that they're going to be entertained instead of just sitting there and being bored the whole time. But, yeah, some girls do that. Some will just, stand there and, prance around the pole, and some girls are very aggressive and they'll just do all the pole work. Or girls or women like me, I'll do both. I'll coordinate, just the floor dance and with the pole work, and it becomes more of a show.
Oh, well, that's what it's supposed to be, isn't it? It's supposed to be a show. You're supposed to entertain your the patrons, right?
Right. Yeah. Right.
So that's what you're well, because I know like there are a lot of girls out there that don't. They do it. They're not comfortable doing it. Maybe they don't want to do it, but they do it anyway. But the way I look at it, if you're doing it, just be the best at what you do.
Exactly.
If you're going to do it.
Right. Right. I hear you.
Okay.
That's how I think.
Yeah, well, that's good. So now you go from working the clubs. You're 16. You built up. You started. You built up pretty good because now you're a featured dancer.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's I didn't think I would be actually. So it's kind of awkward. I don't think I was prepared to be such an entertainer, but I turned out to be, so it's weird.
But that's a good progression, But now let's go to one thing, and I'm just curious about this. Now you're a dancer, okay? Mm-hmm. Now you're also a hustler model. How did that happen?
Yeah. That's a good question because I get that a lot actually. I get a lot of golfers that want to after the same question.
I tried being a little different, but.
Oh no, I like that. Well, how it happened was actually I was in a pageant at my club. I actually feature at my home base club. It's out of South Carolina, North Myrtle Beach, and it's called Crazy Horse. And that's my home club.
Okay.
And basically, we had a pageant that we were doing. And it was for Miss Exotic 2009. And I basically entered. I didn't think I would win. It was just for the heck of it. A fun pageant. And I ended up winning. And I was like, okay, cool. This is cool stuff. And they actually, for the winning prize, go to Vegas and compete for Miss Exotic USA 2009.
Right.
So I was up against 15 other contestants, features I've already featured before all around the USA.
Right.
So basically, when I was out there competing, they also have the Miss Exotic Expo. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
No,
in Vegas. What it is clubs all over the U.S. and features all over the U.S. promote themselves at this Exotic Expo.
Okay.
And so basically Hustler was there, and, I showed them my promotion pictures of me, and they fell in love with me. They're like, how would you feel about being in a magazine? I'm like, okay.
Oh, cool. So
I ended up going to L.A. and taking the pictures and was in Hustler.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So now let me ask you this. Now, by you being in Hustler, did that? I know that it probably did, but I'm going to ask you: did that give you more attention? Did it help your dancing career?
Oh yes, it did. I had fans before because I was featured around the U.S. before, but I think the fact that I was in Hustler. It made me get so many more fans, and I have a lot more people now online that look me up because they're like, oh my God, that's a Hustler model. And you wouldn't think it would make you, more fans or a lot bigger, but it really did. It kind of boosted my career. I was like, wow.
It brought you from being, just local or regional to being international.
Right, and nationwide, yeah. So it was crazy.
Yeah, but that's get your name out there is a good marketing tool, no doubt about it.
It is. Yeah. It's amazing how quick too. Like people look you up and they're like, "Oh, hey."
That's pretty cool. Now you have something really fantastic going on in your life that I do know. Okay, and you have 2 kids.
Yes, I do.
And then those kids are your life. So why don't you tell us about your children?
Yeah. I love my kids. They're actually my number one in everything that I do, It's actually kind of hard when I feature leaving them, with my parents because, I love them so much and miss them so much because I'm very overprotective on them.
Right.
My daughter's 7. She'll be 8 this July, so it's like, wow, it goes by so quick.
Oh, yeah.
And her name's Desiree. She's such a smart girl. And then my son, he's only 22 months old.
Little guy.
And his name's, he's a mama's boy, though. He's a good boy, and I like it, though. His name's Ethan, and he's very smart for his age. And it scares me.
Well, yeah, he may start doing your books at the age of 5. You never know.
Oh, I know, right? He could probably teach me more math than I knew in high school then.
Yeah, you never know. Kids nowadays, they just pick things up so quickly. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah. And that's why they don't know what I do, and I hide it pretty well for now.
Yeah, well, I can understand it, but at some point in time, I'm sure it'll come up because you have the internet and stuff, and that'll come up at some point. But I'm sure you'll figure out how to deal with that when it happens. But you don't need to deal with it.
Oh, I'm already prepared. I'm already coaching myself ahead of time.
Yeah. Mama has a twin. That's not me.
Right? I'm like, that's my evil twin. I'm the good twin, okay?
Yeah, that's not me. No, she just looks like me. That's not me.
This is my double, okay? It's like Hollywood, the movies. It's my double, okay?
Yeah, exactly. So now you do the dancing. You've been featured in Hustler. Where do you go from here?
See, that's where, I don't know yet. I have this agency in LA that wants me to do porn, actually. Mm-hmm. And I'm really kind of go about doing it because I have kids.
Right.
And I know there's a lot of porn stars that have kids and that it doesn't bother them. But you know what? When you're a parent, it does bother you because I'm just trying to look at, all the sides and point of views. What if my daughter is in high school and, a kid comes up to her and says, oh, hey, nice movie with your mom in it. She's, so hot. That's going to bother me,
Yeah.
So, I'm thinking about doing it, but I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to. So I just want to protect my family first before I do anything. I just want to look at all sides and point of views.
Well, that's definitely a judgment call because when it comes to, you see, you're thinking about things properly. Because, do some of these women have kids? Yeah, sure. Look at Jenna Jameson. She has kids. Those kids came after.
Right.
They came after the fact, after she was in the business for a little bit,
Right.
So, you have some women that do have kids going in, but, have they thought it through? I don't know. I don't judge anyone what they do, but you're I'm just saying for you're thinking about things the right way because you're thinking about your kids.
Right, and they're my number one priority. So, I, of course, will think about them always first. I get a lot of business people now. Oh, well, let's do this and this and this. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, I have 2 kids. I'm like, I have to make sure, if I do go out of town or do whatever, my parents are available to take care of them because people think, when you feature, it's so easy. Even if you have kids, that's not the, deal. You have to work around your schedules a lot of times because I still want to have time for my kids first and then be able to work at the same time.
Yeah, but see, that's refreshing to hear that you put your kids on such a pedestal because, I see, you see a lot of things that happen in the entertainment industry and the kids aren't put up in that pedestal, whether it be in the adult entertainment industry, whether it be in mainstream Hollywood. It's you got to put your kids first. Now, do you see yourself, venturing down the road of maybe doing something different than what you're doing now?
Oh, career-wise?
Yeah.
I was thinking about actually writing a book about the career, feature entertaining and the ups and downs and cons of it. I know someone had already written a book, a whole bunch of features. I know Jenna Jameson, she's got a few books out about it. But I just want to go over, like, the psychology parts about it, like the aspects of, like, you know, the different poles in the industry, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of times when women write books and they're featured, you know, and they've been through it, or porn stars, they don't go into all the details. Like, I'm going to go into, like, the smallest details, you know, like, you know, what guys will say in the couch room, you know, and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Because I want people to, yeah, I want people to actually see what it is like to work in the industry, because I get a lot of people, they're like, so, you know, how do you deal with it? And I tell them, I'm like, by the end of the night, I feel like either a marriage counselor or a psychologist or just a regular damn counselor, because so many people, you know, I feel bad for them, but I don't.
Right.
You know, that's why I want to write in my book. I just want to show people, like, how interesting it really is. And, you know, it's not all fun and games, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, look, I said, granted, some women that go and dance, they get involved in stupid things. Okay,
right.
but you don't go down that road.
Right.
Right. So I mean, you're looking to show people a view. You look at things through your eyes,
right?
And that way they can get an idea. Well, I think that's fantastic. You know, we had I don't know if you've ever seen Rock of Love with Brett.
Yes, I have.
Okay, we had Ashley from Rock of Love on the show. We actually had a rodeo as well, but you know, on that show, a lot of you had a few dancers on the show. Okay,
right.
Do you see yourself going down that type of road to increase your level of fame?
Well, honestly, like, I knew Ashley. She actually danced with me at a club out here in South Carolina before she went out there, but I just never, you know, spoke to her because I never knew she was going to do the Rock of Love.
Right.
So I never had a chance to talk to her before she left. But I don't think, like, I had Jerry Springer actually ask me if I would go and do a show for them in Connecticut. I'm a very smart woman, and I just don't want to stump myself to that local level. So, you know, I mean, I'm not putting Jerry Springer show down or anything, but I think it's just a joke, just people laugh at, and, you know,
Jerry Springer's something different. That's like, that's comical, no doubt.
Like, I think Rock of Love was more like a date show kind of thing.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I'm single, but I don't think I would go on a TV show to actually find love. I'd rather have it come to me normally. So I don't think I would do something like that. I mean, I would go on, like, I don't know. I watch a lot of CNN and ABC, so, I mean, if they wanted to do an interview with me on TV, yeah, I'd do that. But I don't think I'd do any of the, you know, reality shows. I think they're just crazy.
Well, but, I mean, the reality shows like the Rock of Love, yeah, you're right, they're looking for love. But, I you know, maybe, cause I was just trying to generalize it, but I think, like for you know, would you be open to doing a reality show itself if it fit your specifications?
Oh, you mean like, you know, like about my life or something, or?
I don't know. I mean, you have all different types of reality shows that it's amazing.
Right.
We have, you know, from the Kardashians to Rock of Love to This of Love to The Bachelor to all this other stuff. But people, you know, look, we're in a society where people are peeping toms. And that's
want to get exposed, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I really would do a reality show. I mean, you know, I'll do interviews, but, like, you know, I have 2 kids, so I don't think I would want to put them out there like that.
Okay.
I just would want them to grow up in a normal life.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, what about, now I'm just throwing things at you just so
oh yeah, it's okay.
Because your fans that are listening, you know, I'm just throwing things at you so they can get a feel for what direction you're going in. You know, because you're the hustler. You know, you're doing porn was introduced to you. You're up in the air with that because once you go down that road, there's no going back.
No, exactly. I was just going to say that. Oh yeah, you're definitely right.
Yeah, because once you turn that corner, that's it. That's all she wrote. You know.
Oh yeah.
but would you see yourself doing like something else in entertainment? Maybe doing something more mainstream.
I was thinking about I don't know. I've always wanted to be a fashion designer for clothes.
Okay.
I think maybe I'd want to come up with my own clothesline, like just designing my own clothes and just having people sew it for me. Because, I mean, I'm no good with sewing. I don't know how to.
Yeah. That's why you hire people to do that. But I tell you this much, and again, I said it earlier, that they're teaching this stuff, you know, all over the country now, how to dance, because it's now like you have yoga, you have, you know, the aerobic stuff, you have all this stuff in the gyms, and now all of a sudden you have the stripper classes. And that's what they I forget what they call it, but that right there, you know, that this is what you do. So, you know, if you're going to do fashion, maybe fashion for something like that, you know.
Yeah, because, like, I love Victoria's Secret angels, like, their models and stuff, and I was just thinking about being just, like, a fashion designer and just having them, like, wearing my lingerie or clothes and stuff. Or, you know, if worse comes to worse and I didn't end up doing something like that, I think I would go back doing hair and makeup, because I went to school for it when I was younger, so, you know, I like doing hair and makeup. So I'm just into fashion all in general.
Yeah, I see that. My God. You know, but I think, you know, yeah, like fashion. Yeah, I can see you doing something in the lingerie and that type of thing, because people, you know, I mean, you're a walking billboard.
Right.
You make your stuff, you wear your stuff, you show your stuff, you know, you're taking the pictures, you're getting publicity. Yeah, well, there you go. So I think we just got you a couple ideas for business.
Right. Right. But yeah, mostly I'm just trying to get into different magazines right now. Like, you know, Penthouse and Playboy are very hard to get into. Hustler, you know, it's hard to get into too, but I got lucky because I actually met Hustler when I was out in Vegas, like I said. And I was just in their February 2010 issue. I'm actually going to be in their April or May issue coming up too. So I don't know. They just interviewed me, and they're going to put some pictures in there, so it's going to be in another page of Hustler. So, but I'm just, you know, I'm trying to get myself exposed that way, because, you know, when you're a feature entertainer, I think the way they get exposed, because we were talking about that with, you know, the reality shows and stuff, I think the way we try to show ourselves, like promote ourselves, is radio talk shows like we're doing right now, interviews.
Right.
We do a lot of magazines, and that's basically how we get noticed. But, you know, I mean, also I was thinking about, you know, later on, when I'm not doing this anymore, opening up my own store, like business store, like a sex store.
They make money. They make a lot of money.
God, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. And, I mean, I like the atmosphere, because I think it's cute when you have, like, couples come in and buy different kinds of toys and products. I think it's so cute. And they've been married for so long, and they still have that passion in their life. I think that's awesome. So, you know, I probably want to open a store like that later on.
I'll tell you something funny. I was, it's funny. I was in the Village, and I was walking around, and you know, in the Village they have a few of those shops over there in New York. So I was walking around, and I passed one, and I saw this couple. They must have been, I don't know, I could have sworn they were probably in their early 60s. You know, they were going in there, and I was like, yeah, you go.
Right? I love it. It's so cool, though. It's like, it's amazing how much passion you can still have in your life, you know? And just, I love it. I think it's hilarious. I love it. I think it's cute, too.
Yeah, you only have one life to live, so you got to live it up.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. But let me ask you something, Crystal. Now, you know, we've had Playboy cover models on the show, but in the Playboy cover models, you know, they go and they're brought to the dance clubs and this and openings and stuff like that. Do you get those type of gigs?
Like, you know, auditions and stuff like that for Playboy, or?
No. What I'm saying is that, you know, the Playboy cover models that we have, they get brought in by clubs, like regular music clubs, like dancing clubs that people go and hang out.
Oh.
You know, they get brought in to do stuff in there, just to be there, because they use their name to promote the club. Do you get gigs like that?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I actually have a whole bunch of MySpace fans and friends and DJs and stuff that are in the club business, like regular DJing at regular clubs, dance clubs.
Right.
And I have a whole bunch on Facebook too. And yeah, I'll get invitations. They're like, oh, you know, if you come here and you're on our, you know, promotion, you know, flyers, we can get you VIP access, and you can come here and sign, and we'll get a whole bunch of, you know, people come in and see you. And yeah, I do get that once in a while, yeah. And I haven't done one yet, but I think I might do a few coming up, just, you know, that way it can help the club out, you know.
Well, the club's gonna do something for you for sure. You know, definitely do that. You know, just make sure when you do that you're gonna get some publicity for what you do as well.
Right. Oh yeah.
I know when Ashley does it. You know, I know that they do. They promote whether she's opening a mall or whatever is going on. I know a few things that she's done, and then even the Playboy cover models that we have. They put promotion behind it, letting them know that they're going to be there, and then their pictures are taken. They get the photographers and stuff. You know, so hopefully the clubs you go to, they do all that stuff. They should.
Oh no, they do. They do. Yeah. Actually, it's funny because I don't have a manager. I'm actually my own manager, and
I thought Ethan was your manager.
He should, huh? He is smart enough. I'm telling you, my son, he probably, oh my God, he is smart. He probably could. Oh my God, scary. But, no, a lot of people do have managers, and I thought about it. You know, I'm an independent contractor, and that's where a lot of my fans get confused. They're like, well, don't you have a manager that manages, you know, all your, you know, calendars or promotions or anything? And I'm like, no. I'm like, I actually do all that work by myself. Because, you know, I thought to myself, I'm like, you know, I'm smart enough and I know how to handle it. I'm like, you know, why would I need to pay someone to do it if I already know how to do it? You know what I mean? Like, I think it's to save money, and, you know, I'd rather do that, you know. And I do have my agents, though, that, you know, get me jobs featuring in different clubs. But they're not my managers, you know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to explain.
Yeah, well, no, there's a difference between somebody managing your career and somebody being a booking agent. Two different
things.
You know, for people that don't understand that, somebody that manages your career is managing your career and everything you do, finances, the whole 9 yards. When you have an agent, they're just booking you for gigs and so on and so forth. So now that we cleared that up for the listeners.
Right.
All right. So now you're doing your thing. You're getting everything. You're getting things moving forward. You're at a crossroads right now with what you want to do with the porn business.
Yeah, I'm not really 100% sure. I mean, I want to do it because, and I'm not trying to say this in a perverted way, but you know, I love sex. It doesn't bother me. I'm actually a nympho, so I mean, that doesn't bother me. It's just, I told you it's going to be an interesting interview too.
That's good. Well, we can go down that.
I'm very open, like not in that way, but you know what I mean. I'm just very, you know, upfront about stuff, and it kind of pops out because I'm from Mass, so you know, I try to tell people, I'm like, I try not to be so forward, you know. But you know, I love, you know, doing it. It doesn't bother me. It's just the whole fact that I do have two youngins, and you know, I just don't want them to one day and be like, oh my God, Mommy, you did this. You know, but in a way, I do want to do it. So it's kind of hard right now. I'm kind of like a rock in a hard place. So you know.
Yeah, because you see what you can. You know, you do it because you've already been a hustler. You've
established.
Yeah. So basically, it takes your career from point A to not point A. Let's say you're at point F. It takes you to point R in a heartbeat. Okay, because now you're out there, you know, whether it be Vivid, whatever the, you know, whatever DVD label is going to do it, movie production, whatever they do, and they're going to promote it. So they're going to put your face all over the place.
Exactly.
And then that helps.
And I just,
So now instead of, you know, again, I don't know what you get paid to feature. I'm just saying, you know, let's say you get paid. Let's say a few $100s to go feature. Now you're talking about a few $1,000s. There's a big difference when you get yourself out there like that.
Right, and I mean the money is great because I have two kids, and being single is hard, being a single mom, but, I mean, like I said, I mean, it's funny because everyone's like, really, you're not? I tell everybody I'm not all about money. I mean, great, you need money to, like, survive in this world. Great, but I'm not selfish. So, like, I mean, money is great to have because it supports my kids. That's the only reason why, I do what I do, because it all goes to my kids.
Right.
I mean, mommy's fine. I have everything I need, as long as the kids have a roof over their head and they have food, I'm good.
Right.
But, money is great and all, like I said, but, I mean, I get paid, really good to go feature at clubs, a few thousand for each booking, basically, and, but, they think you get paid a lot in porn. You really don't.
No.
I mean, I'm not going to say what it is, but, I mean, I've already, established how much, scenes are and stuff, and, I'm not very impressed with how much they do. But I guess it's the whole fact that it's not making the movie that's where you get money, like how many you sell, apparently.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know.
Yeah, because it comes down to even when it's like the equivalent of someone in mainstream Hollywood making a movie. They don't get paid for the movie, but they'll get paid on the back end.
Right.
And no pun intended, but that's what happens in that industry as well.
I like the way you said that.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but you do get paid on the back end with that, so that's why you have porn stars that make a lot of money. I keep pointing at Jenna Jameson because she is by far the most successful, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because she monetized everything she does. She's
right.
there. You have toys, you have clothing, you have this, you have that. She does all this stuff with merchandising and everything. Where
that's how, yeah.
Yeah, but that's
how she got so big, yeah. Because you have to keep advertising a whole bunch of stuff. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I think I just cut you off.
No, that's all right.
That's kind of rude.
That's right. I cut you off a couple times already myself, so that's okay. Join the party. That's East Coast stuff.
Right? I think it is. It's got to be. But, I tell people, if I do porn, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to advertise the crap out of myself. It's not just going to be for, S-H-I-T-S and giggles. It's actually going to be serious. I'm going to actually advertise and get my name out there. I don't want to be just like, Jenna Jameson. I mean, I love her to death, and, she should be proud of where she is today or what she's done for accomplishments, but, I'm not the type to copy someone. But I will, dedicate, if I do go into it myself a lot, and, I am going to try to pull through and, make the most of it.
Yeah, well, you have to. If you go in, if you're going to go do that, of course, you're smart, so you're going to kind of give yourself a time frame of how long you're going to be doing this, and you want to make the most money that you can doing it with the least effort on your part.
Exactly.
You don't want to sit there and make 50 movies in a year and be all worn out and only make a couple of bucks. That doesn't make any sense.
It's not worth it. Yeah, exactly. No. I agree.
So if you're going to do it, it has to be worth your time, and you got to be able to monetize. Because if you look at Jessica Simpson, okay, people, way back when she was with Nick Lachey, they did the TV show, all that stuff. She was a singer, but really nobody cared. Her CDs didn't sell. But what did she do? She did something smart. She monetized her name. So you have shoes, you have perfume, you have this, you have that. Now she's making money hand over fist. It's all about the name. Look at Donald Trump. Same thing. He doesn't even he's not really involved in the business, but what happens? His name is worth money.
Right.
So, Crystal Rayne can be worth money.
Right.
So that's
because I know it's like a lot of people when they jump into the porn, they're like, oh, I want to be the next Jenna Jameson. It's like, you can't, say that. It's like, you got to just be you.
Right.
You can't be copying people. You got to go into a business like you mean it. Like, you're putting your full effort into it, because if you don't, it's just not going to go anywhere.
But you said something important. You said business. some of these women that get involved in this, they don't treat it as that. They treat it as, well, I have to make some money.
Right.
You know, you're looking at it as a business, and that's what they should be doing, is looking at it as a business.
Right.
Okay, doing that, then you can get things done. Now, Crystal, I know that you have your little ones over there that you need to get to, so I don't want to keep you on the show all that long. But
that's okay. Actually, they're at my parents' house right now. They're watching them this weekend because I'm featuring in North Carolina this weekend.
Ah.
I mean, hey, if you want to go as long as you want, it's up to you. I'm not doing anything really.
Okay, all right. Well,
I'm just packing my bags and stuff. So
all right.
I'm not really doing anything. I'm kind of bored.
Oh, okay. So, what do you want to talk about, Crystal? Talk about whatever you want to talk about at this point, because you have your websites. I know that. What events do you have going on? You know,
right.
What do you want to tell your fans? Because your fans are listening. They want to tell them something and not hear.
And I love my fans. Oh my God, I love my fans and friends. If it weren't for them, like, I really wouldn't be like this big today. Like, honestly, because like they've actually supported me. I actually have this one fan that I actually want to say hi to, but she's in Massachusetts. Her name is Penny, Penny, and she is one of my biggest fans on Facebook and MySpace at all times. Like, whenever I post something up, whenever I put pictures up, she's always commenting on them. And I really want to meet her someday. So hopefully, if she's listening, Penny, you hear this, and I do want to meet you.
See, she's over there in Massachusetts, so that may be a reality at some point in time.
Yep, and like I said, she's been a dedicated fan for about a year now. So, like, she's always, commenting on my pictures and everything. So, she's a sweet, sweet woman. I really want to meet her someday. So, just to show her my thanks of supporting me. So, and whatever I do.
Well, I'm sure that'll definitely happen. Now, so where are you performing? You're featuring somewhere this week?
Yes, actually, I'm leaving tonight early so I can check out the club and just how big the stage is, so I, know how much room I have to work with. I'm actually going to be featuring at Driftwood Lounge. It's in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and it's actually on Camp Lejeune Boulevard. So I'm going to be actually dealing with a lot of Marines this weekend, which I can't wait for because they're cool. So I'm going to be supporting the troops. Woohoo!
Hey, there you go.
But in an exotic way.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they'll be standing at attention, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. I actually, whenever I know, it's funny. Actually, whenever I go out and I feature for Marines or anyone in the service, I actually do my USA feature theme, and it's really cool. It's got a lot of country music in it, a lot of USA songs, and sometimes they get a little tearjerker, in there because some of the songs touch their hearts. But, it's a good show.
Well, it's good. You got to do what you have to do. You're like your own USO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. So you're going to be featuring there on Friday and Saturday?
Actually, yep, I'm going to be featuring there the 25th, the 26th, and 27th. Okay. I don't have the times of when I'm featuring, but I'm pretty sure I'll start around like 7 or 8, my first show. Because I haven't gotten that far yet, because I'm going to leave early, like I said, today and check out the club. Okay. But I'll be featuring there this weekend, so if anyone's in the Jacksonville, North Carolina area, any of my fans, I'll be there this weekend. Come see me.
Oh, very cool, very cool. So, and so now, Crystal, I know you have MySpace, you have your Facebook, you have your website. How can people find out more about you?
I have my MySpace page. I've already had 23,000 reviews on it from people. So hey, if you want to be one extra, go for it.
There you go.
But I have my MySpace. I also have my Facebook. It's just under Crystal Rayne, my regular name right there. And the only problem is I already have 5,000 friends. So if you want to say hi to me, just message me. Because I don't know if they're going to let
so you need
me
a
add
fan
any more.
page. You need a fan
Yeah.
page.
Oh, well, also, I don't have these websites up yet, but they're up and running. I have my person that has to do my websites helping me build them. I actually just bought 3 websites. I have crystalrayne.net. That's one of my websites. Then I have crystalrayne.org. And then I have another one. It's crystal-rayne.com. So I have 3 websites that are going to be up and running soon.
Because you'll have one of those things up and running where people will see pictures, get
Yep.
updates on what you're going to be featuring and all that stuff.
I have a webcam, too, where I'm going to do personal strip shows, but I'm not going to get naked unless you're a member.
Oh, Crystal Rayne right in your living room.
Exactly.
Well, because you know that the computers now hook up to the TV screen, so you can be there on a 54-inch screen.
Yep.
You'd be like live for them.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure all the guys will love that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I'm sure that they're setting things up as we speak.
Right, and another thing is I am bisexual, so you females that have husbands, and if you're bi-curious or bi whatever, my experiment with you can go on my websites too. It's not just for guys, it's for females as well, so, fill in their little fantasy a little bit too.
Oh, there you go. See, now you get the attention of everybody.
That's right.
Should have talked about this earlier.
You're like, you can, have your wives and girlfriends, whatever. I'm all for it, so you're good.
You see, you're enjoying life to the fullest. I like it.
That's right.
All right, so now you're going to have all that stuff together. And when do you think those sites are going to be up?
I want to say give it at least a month, maybe a half a month at earliest, because I actually have to pay him to put my site together, so it's going to take just a little while. But also, like I said before, I'm going to be in, I think, either April or May issue of Hustler 2, 2010. So look for me in Hustler again, too. So.
Okay.
Yeah, and just look for me all over the U.S. because I'll be traveling, and I'll keep everyone posted.
Yeah, well, I think that's going to be, some interesting stuff. You're going to getting in the magazines, and then you're going to make a decision on the avenue down to whether you're going to do porn or not. And then now you have all this other stuff going on. I think that you're going to wind up, making the most of what you have and making it work for you and creating your own business around it. I think that you have the smarts to get it done, and I think that you will. And then what I like to do, Crystal, if you don't mind, maybe at some point down the road when you start getting everything in order, bring you back on the show.
Okay, yeah, that would be great. I would not mind at all.
Yeah, and then we can talk about other stuff and really just because right now we pretty much went over your life. So now the next show is not going to be about from beginning to end. It's going to be about what's happening right now.
Exactly. Oh yeah, and because I like the way you ask questions. Like the interview was very fun and interesting because I've had interviews before where all they talk about is just, my featuring and stuff, because, the typical males, they like to hear the good stuff.
Yeah, of course, but you know what? You're a real person, and you have something attached to you, so, and that's what we do. We tell the real story, not all the fluff, not all the nonsense, because right now, look, people go to a club, they see the dancer, they go home.
Right.
They don't. That's the level of their concern. Whether they see, like, even a Jenna Jameson, they see her this, that. Okay. There's more to it than that.
Right.
On your end, as far as what you're doing, and it takes some smarts to go and not go down the road of doing stupid things, because some women do.
Right.
And I know. Look. When I was younger, I did security at the strip clubs, so I know what happens. I know what some of these girls do when they get ridiculous. They go down the wrong road. And
exactly. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I've seen stuff. So.
Yeah, I'm just blessed. I can say I'm blessed that I did not get hooked up on the wrong things in life that has to do with this business, like drugs and alcohol and just being abused by men, because a lot of my friends actually got into this business and they went the wrong way, and they actually have really terrible relationships. They're really bad into drugs, and I've never touched drugs ever in my whole life, and I never will. So I'm just happy that I never got into that.
Well, that's good, because that just shows where your head is, and so people understand that, you know, you're a little different than most of the women that do perform.
Exactly, and that's what I try to tell guys, and they're like, yeah, right. And I'm like, seriously? I'm like, I'm so normal, like a regular person, so I am funny. I'm like, you know, I don't do a lot of the stuff that, you know, regular entertainers would do.
Yeah,
you know, it's just not me. That's just not how Crystal is.
Well, you know what? I can see you. You're doing the hustle and everything. You look good and whatnot. You're probably at home. Probably got your glasses on. Your hair is put up, and you're walking around in sweats.
That's so funny.
I'm sure you're doing that, and you got your flip flops slippers on. You're going around.
Yes.
And they're probably fuzzy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's no camera in your house. No. But
no peeping Tom here.
No peeping Tom there. But it just shows. The reason I'm saying all that is that people have to understand that you're real. You're a real person with emotions. You have a family, and you know this is what it is. It's not like you were a runaway and you started getting involved in and stripping and doing all this other stuff. You know, and it's not like you sell your body for. You know, some people do. So I'm just saying this so that people understand, you know, and because sometimes people get a different idea of what, you know, strippers are. Because a guy goes to a club, like, oh, yeah, well, I can give her a couple $100. I can go do this and that and the other thing. And that does happen. But
yeah, it does, because actually when I got offered to do porn, I mean, I'm on a porn site, you know, like maybe, like, I might do it. But they have to have your pictures up there to show, you know, different porn agencies, you know, that you are, you know, thinking about it. So I am on, if you go to worldmodeling.com, I am on there to be ready to do work. It's just when I'm ready, you know what I mean? And, actually, I've had someone tell me that a lot of girls that do go into the porn industry, not all of them, and I don't want anyone to hate for saying this. I'm not saying it in the wrong way, but I'm just saying some girls, I'm not saying all of them, some women will actually, if they don't make enough money in the porn industry, go out and prostitute themselves, and I'm not the type of person. So,
that's sad,
and I hope
though.
those people that do it turn around and stop doing it, because you're better than that. So,
I'm glad you said that, because I know that some women do go down that road, okay, you know, and for anyone that thinks that that's not a possibility, they're being naive. It does happen.
Right.
It does happen, but for you, fortunately for you, you have your kids, that's your anchor, your family's supportive of you.
Yes, they are, yep.
You were brought up, you know, tough, probably, Southie, and you're just sitting there.
Roman Catholic, yep.
Roman Catholic, and you'll sooner knock somebody's teeth down their throat than sit there and argue with them. So yes, so I understand all that, but that's good, because that's the composition of you.
Right.
And that's what makes you. Well, Crystal, this has been an interesting, enlightening show, actually.
Well, thank you. Same here.
Yeah, I mean, because again, I didn't know what to expect bringing you on. I knew a little bit about you. Now I know more about you. Now I like you as a person, and that's a big thing, because I think you're cool, and I think that whatever road you go down in your career, I'm sure you're going to make the most of it, and again monetize it as much as you can, and get out and start, you know, business-wise, and build up and make some magic.
Right. There is one thing, if I could say it real quick. It's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like, not a negative thing, but I just want to say something on the radio. I know this is a New York radio. I'm glad it is, because my sister actually got murdered in New York 2 years ago, and her name was Chelsea Frazier. She was 18, and her fiancé and his cousin actually shot her to death and set it up like a robbery. And I just want to say, thank you so much for the people that have supported Chelsea Frazier these past 2 years, and God bless you.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, that's okay. I just want to say on your radio, though, because it's in New York, so I just want to say it.
Yeah, but
I appreciate everything.
Okay, that's good. That's nice. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear about that. That's
no,
horrible.
Okay.
You know, actually,
you get over it, and it still sticks with you. But you get over it. But I just want to say that out there, and that I do love you, Chelsea, and you're safe now.
That's it. No more pain for Chelsea. That's all.
That's okay. Okay. Well, thank you so much for having me on your show.
No, thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Chris. Again, it's been a great show, and I love you having you on. We're going to have you on down the road when you start figuring things out, what you're going to do and your crossroads with porn or no porn, whatever you're going to do. But you're all welcome on here. And again, as you know, we featured you in the UCW magazine as well. So.
Oh, cool. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing it.
Yeah, well,
I'm pretty sure I'm going to Google it and be like, oh, hey, there's me.
Yeah, well, it's online now, as a matter of fact, so.
Nice.
Check it out.
Nice.
All right, Crystal.
Cool.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
I will.
Do what you got to do for the Marines. Make them proud of you and make them smile.
I will.
Okay.
I sure will.
Okay. You have a safe trip. Thank you.
Thank you, and you have a good weekend as well.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
What is your major malfunction?
So let it be written. So let it be done.
Ladies and gentlemen, my mother thanks you, my father thanks you, my sister thanks you, and I thank you.